What's up, social media? Ben here, coming at you with another review on some things and some boxes. And you know, when I say some things and some boxes, that means it's more than likely a comparison video. So today, I thought, since I started this whole channel with PlayStation 1 reviews, I might finally show you guys exactly what a Japanese and American PlayStation release look like side by side when they're the same game. So today we are looking at, not only is it a Japanese version and an American version, but it's a late and great hits version of Final Fantasy Tactics. I know everyone dogs these things because, it's green and all the other labels are black or something. I don't really get it. I look at greatest hits as technically, usually, almost always the more uncommon version. Like, I'm just waiting on the day for me to finally be, like, right about how, since it is technically more uncommon, it's going to end up being more sought after at some point, as far as like sheer rarity has anything to say about it. But yeah, so greatest hits, they sell a whole bunch. They sell, I think it's like maybe 100,000 copies, maybe 250,000. They sell a certain amount, and then they start producing greatest hits. So if they don't sell equal or more than 100,000 or whatever that arbitrary number they set was, then it is technically more uncommon. So that's why it's shocking that I could pick up greatest hit stuff for a lot of times half off or hardly anything, just because people are weird. And yeah, and then, you guessed it, the Japanese thick box version, with the thickness. With the thickness. With the thickness. With the thick boots. I'm just saying, thick boots. Out here, we got thick iron boots. But these thick leather ones, I could see people wearing. In high fashion or something. So, yeah, you guys are as excited as me. I won't keep you waiting. Let's see what's in these boxes. Alright, so here we got, the Japanese one in the back, Americano in the front. So let's take a look. First, we'll start with, the old English boy. I'm sure you all know what a ps1 game looks like in English. But here, we'll go with a fan favorite with the Final Fantasy Tactics. So if you haven't played a Final Fantasy Tactics or any other tactics game, they're kind of like RPGs where you control multiple characters, but on a grid. You sort of fight them groups with your own group. Mostly looks a lot like Super Nintendo graphics, with the probably could have been on a Super Nintendo besides the sheer size of it. But yeah, American disc, simple, silver, elegant, Could go with it. Here, we got some nice, advertisements for Final Fantasy VII, the game that everyone can't seem to get over. Like, come on, talk about Final Fantasy 8 or 9. They're both pretty good. I'd almost say better based on how little I hear people talk about them. We got Soya Frontier, Bushido Blade. A pretty decent fighting game. So even back then, sometimes you're stuck with a black and white manual. Probably because it's the greatest hits release. I'll at least give them that. Try and save money on the greatest hits version. You know, I just can't even get that into a black and white manual. So, it's okay. But, you know, this will play on all your North Americans, PS1s, 2s, and some PS3s even. You know. Black and white. Their abilities. Still, gotta blame the greatest hits. You know, that green label. People might have a reason to not like it. Though, I still will always say, probably more uncommon than the normal one. Here we got, also available by Prime Publishing, the strategy guide. Strategy guides used to matter, now they don't. You can find some old strategy guides, very collectible. New ones probably printed like 50,000 billion times more. I don't know if I'd get into collecting those. But as far as like old Nintendo ones, not a lot of people bought them things. They're actually like incredible to see. Now we'll get a close up of this art. You know, gotta get a close up of the art. But yeah, let's see. They at least had the foresight to put a little bit of art on the back of the CD case. So, greatest hits, you know, they're basically just as good. I don't know about you, why people hate on green, but green's a nice color. Green's a nice color. So, like, get over it. But the inside of the manual is black and white, so I could get that. But, yeah, besides that little bit of green, it's the same game, same name, basically the same thing. So, you know, Japanese release, Final Fantasy Tactics, say, like, what number in the print run. A lot of times, some collectors will order them based on the like, numbers on the spine. That seems hard to find some games, but who am I to talk? Whatever. Like, my games aren't that well organized. But, you know, Japanese stuff. That looks like a warning, you know. I like the back of this one more than the back of the other one. I even like the front of this one more than the front of the other one. Not gonna lie. I like that Japanese ones don't have a book that could get lost. So if I didn't have the manual to this Japanese one, it'd still look like this. Because there's a front insert and a back insert. But this makes sense, you know. Have the thicker, better, nicer product that costs more to ship overseas. Leave it in Japan. You know, you don't gotta ship it overseas. Why not come out with some heavy duty case that's just awesome? Wow, unlike the Saturn, there isn't the Japanese name on the spine anywhere. Very strange for a Japanese game to not have Japanese letters like anywhere but right here. Very small, very funny. Yeah, open it up. Now that is a CD case. This CD case is not going anywhere besides on your shelf and not getting any shelfware. But yeah, look at this thing. I bet. Wow, full color manual. Let's get down to business, folks. Wow, we got the girl on the back of the thing and the guy on the back of the other one. Wow, I can't even read this and I'm already more interested. Japanese. Shout out. Shout out. You don't need a DualShock controller for this, boy. Because all it is moving a cursor around a grid. You know, just because I have the Japanese one doesn't mean I haven't played the English one. Understood what I'm doing. Very cool. See, This, I could tell they're talking about a treasure chest, a little item in the treasure chest. But I glazed right past it and didn't care because the English one was black and white, you know. But whatever. I'll get over it eventually. You know, always had the good looking cities in these tactic games. Usually, I would say that's where all the conflict tends to happen. Very little out in the field, always sieging. You know, all these emotions and actions. You know, very cool. I just really like me, like even this art, it looks like it's red and white almost, and it still looks better than black and white. But still, just being in color, I could appreciate more details. Much better. Like a child would enjoy this who can't read. Even if it was in English, a child could enjoy this because it's in color. But, you know, they don't get it. They just be having black and white manuals. Sometimes 2 pages long. Maybe even 5 pages long if you're lucky. But I'm just trying to have colored manuals because print quality matters. Print quality really matters. Wow, Chocobo. You know, Chocobo. Very cool. Ooh. Is that a profile of a face all blurry, or am I just seeing stuff? But yeah, Squaresoft knew how to have that real nice aesthetic. Real nice aesthetic. So let's take a look at what's in the case besides the manual. We got us disc 1. I like how they call this disc 1. It's a 1-disc game. But I like how it's white instead of just a clear thing. You know, use that white on silver aesthetic. I always love me some silver on white. Whew. White on silver is okay too. But, you know, I can live with silver on white. That's even cool. But, you know. And disc 2. That blue on silver on white. That white on silver on blue on white. Woo! Talk about Chocobo, everyone's favorite thing. So disc 2 is basically just a preview disc, but I do like that Japan called it disc 2 so that they know if the game is supposed to come with a demo disc or not. Shh, don't tell anyone. It was for Japan only. Made in Japan. But this one got out of the country. Boy. Whatever, you know, the exporters always exporting. Yeah, very cool. I don't know what's on there. I just know the first disc is the game, but probably previewing some of these demos, you know, some of the games coming out at the time. Maybe Final Fantasy 7, maybe Final Fantasy 8 and 9, because there are more than one PlayStation Final Fantasy games that are worth playing. Stop talking about 7. Cloud's cool, but he is not the only thing in the Final Fantasy series. Come on now. Alright. But yeah, there you go. There's some differences. If you guys didn't know what a ps1 Japanese release was, there you go. Thanks for checking out what was in these Final Fantasy Tactics boxes. You know, I might accidentally say Tic Tacs or something here and there, but they're still great tactics games. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, remember to have a wonderful day. Bye.